SEGA!
You wanna know what's cooler than Sonic the Hedgehog? Sonic the Hedgehog in 3D!
Whoa.
Because the development of Sonic Extreme tanked, a game needed to be developed in order to satisfy Sonic fans who had recently paid for a SEGA SATURN.
Now, seeing as the SEGA Technical Institute was disbanded by this point and Sonic's name was off screwing around with knights, this forced SEGA to license Traveler's Tales to develop a Sonic game for the Mega Drive and Saturn.
While in the US the game is called Sonic 3D Blast, in the European regions the game is called Flicky's Island.
Which to me is totally bogus, because why do Americans get such a rad title like 3D Blast while we're stuck with a lame stained name like Flicky's Island?
Sonic 3D Blast! Spin dash your way through 8 levels of hardcore gameplay to hunt Robotnik down and kick his ass. Sonic 3D Blast, because Nintendo games are for pussies.
Well, that's enough TV for one day, let's actually get into the damn game.
So our story kicks off with text boxes telling us about how Dr. Eggman's evil plan is to steal all 7 Chaos Emeralds on Flicky Island, turn its inhabitants into robots, and it's up to Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails to go stop him.
In other words, Eggman's screwing things up, go stop him. This game is really just about as bare bones as you can get in terms of plot, which is a good thing because this review will be over quicker and you guys can get on with your lives, which, well, to be honest, I really wish I had. So before I continue, I should say that I'm reviewing 3D Blast via the Ultimate Mega Drive collection, because as much as I'm totally bummed out to say, I don't own a Mega Drive and nor do I own a SEGA Saturn. Bogus.
Upon jumping into the game, your main objective of each act is to obtain 5 flickies in each area and then deposit them into a warp ring.
Dude, that raises a few red flags.
I mean, why do we need to sacrifice them? In every other Sonic game you just smash a robot and the animal inside just goes on with its life, but now we're sacrificing them for the sake of level progression?
Who's the real bad guy here?
Sonic controls relatively the same way he does in the 2D games. He jumps, he spin dashes, he jogs.
Whoa, what?
Yep, if you're expecting high-speed thrills equivalent to that of the Boost or Shadow's Chaos Control, then you're gonna be totally bummed as Sonic feels that a leisurely jog is more fitting when fighting Eggman.
Or maybe he's just trying to lose weight. I mean, I've always called him Pudgy Sonic until Sonic Adventure came out. And speaking of which, it's time for Skully's Fun Fact of the Week. Much of Sonic 3D Blast's soundtrack would later be reused in Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast, as both games have the same musician working on them.
Seeing as your goal is to rescue the Flickies from Eggman's robots, then you'd assume that they want to help Sonic stop Eggman's plan, but nope, these little buggers couldn't give a rat's ass about Eggman taking over the island.
Trust me dude, if there's like one annoying thing about 3D Blast, it'd be the damn Flickies.
Part of this game's quote-unquote genius programming is that depending on the colour of the bird, their behaviour towards Sonic would depend on the bird's colour. When released, the blue Flicky will actively seek out Sonic so that he can lead it to the warp ring, the purple Flicky likes to fly aimlessly, the red Flicky jumps around to wherever the hell it wants, and the green Flicky for whatever reason will actively avoid Sonic.
Dude, seriously man, it's like you want Eggman to take over your island. Get back here, you green bastard!
Recurring items from the 2D games also make a return here in the form of shields, extra lives, invincibility monitors, and something that might shock many new fans, the homing attack.
You got that right, dudes, babes, and metalheads. This is the first game that ever included the homing attack.
But then again, considering the hit detection of this game, it's pretty damn essential unless of course you want to be playing the entire game rolling around at the speed of silver.
As for special stages, they vary between ports, but for the Mega Drive version, I strongly advise you not to stare at it for too long, as I'm pretty sure this is the sort of thing that can cause eye problems later in life.
The special stages themselves are actually pretty damn easy. In fact, I'd go as far to say that these are the easiest special stages the series has ever had. Hell, the only difficulty spike actually came with Special Stage 6, and even that's no problem to beat. To reach the special stages, all you need to do is collect 50 rings and find either Tails or Knuckles. Whoa, dude, wait a minute.
Shouldn't you two dudes be doing something like totally important, such as helping me stop Eggman?
One helpful feature that they have here is that even if you don't have 50 rings, they'll deposit the rings that you do have and tally them up. So then all you have to do is that if you get any more rings, then the ones that you already have deposited earlier will count towards your total of 50.
Okay, I'll admit, that's pretty rad.
As for bosses, they tend to be damn easy. As Eggman throws an attack, he's open for a few seconds, you hit him, make, kill, feed, repeat.
To sum up the overall gameplay experience, it gets tiresome. It's fun for a while, yeah, but you just get bored with the overall repetitive mission structure, and without a compelling story or fun gameplay, there just isn't any reason to keep playing, you know?
Presentation-wise, the game looks terrible, and yeah, I'm aware of the Mega Drive's graphical limitations, but the hybrid of pre-rendered textures and the checkerboard sprites from classic games, it just puts a huge strain on your eyes, man.
But trust me, man, like, whatever you do, just totally do not look to the sides of the special stage, man. Although if there's anything that saves this game, that'll be the soundtrack.
The one good thing about the Sonic series is that even if the game sucks, you at least have a damn good soundtrack to chill your nerves.
Damn it! Oh, music too good.
As I mentioned earlier, many tracks in 3D Blast would later make a return in Sonic Adventure for the Sega Dreamcast.
And that's thanks to longtime series musician Jun Senoue, one of the greatest musicians who has ever roamed the universe.
Jun Senoue would continue to regularly contribute musical pieces to Sonic games up until Sonic Unleashed, but for those unaware, 3D Blast is where he really began to take a larger role in the sound department for Sonic games.
Final thoughts? This game's just average, man.
Sonic 3D Blast is a game that has a bad habit of repetition. I mean, it starts off fine, but then it just starts to get progressively tedious, and unless of course this game is totally your shindig, you're gonna be finding yourself turning off the console to find something better to do.
Like gardening, or fishing, or something. In any case, Sonic 3D Blast is really the sort of game you play if there's nothing else to do, and because this game is really just sort of there to distract people from the fact that Sonic X-Chain wasn't coming to light, that's really all it is, a distraction, nothing more. Well, on that note, I'm Skully, dudes, babes, and metalheads, keep it new metal, and you know what I just realised? This game's 3D doesn't even work at all.
Say have to go now. My planet needs me.